Hey Mount Tam Sport and Spine, Dr. Hal Rosenberg here. Today we are talking about mobility for neck and upper back restriction and pain. Maybe you've been finding that you're sitting at your desk or sitting on the couch working or reading, you're a little bit rounded forward here, your shoulders are coming in, you're noticing some tension or restriction up in this area here between your shoulder blades, that type of thing. Today we're going to give you some at-home solutions to try to help that feel a little bit better. So we're going to start off here with a standard foam roller. We like a high density foam roller. This one's 6 inches in diameter and it's 36 inches long. And we want it to go from our sacrum all the way up to support the back of the head when we lay on it. We're going to lay on it lengthwise up and down the spine, supporting from the spine and lower back and supporting the neck and head up through here. If it feels a little tippy, you can widen the stance of your feet just to have your feet comfortable, knees in a standing position. And we're just going to let our shoulders and elbows fall wide, maintaining comfortable contact with our spine all the way up and down the roller, and just letting gravity pull our elbows comfortably and gradually down towards the ground. After about 30 seconds or a minute here, we're going to wall angel our arms up, keeping our wrists and elbows parallel with the floor. Just a comfortable motion, nice and gradual, not rushing anything. Working on letting our chest open up. Should be feeling it here across the front of the chest. Not forcing anything. And just going through this motion for a couple minutes as it feels comfortable. For our next exercise, we'll turn the foam roller perpendicular, so it'll be going widthwise to the spine. We'll sit on the mat or on the floor and just lean back onto the foam roller so we contact it between the shoulder blades. We're going to lace our fingers behind our head to support the back of our head and neck. And we're going to bridge the spine up, bridge our hips up with our spine supported on the foam roller. And we're just going to roll up. To a mid-back position and roll down. This is great for working on extension in the upper thoracic spine. And trying to get the spine to round over the foam roller. Supporting the neck and head so we don't get too much extension in through there. So in from the upper part of the back, base of the neck, down to the lower part of the shoulder blades, and just back and forth. Just nice and smooth, nice and comfortable, working through that motion and mobility for a couple minutes. Cat-cow exercise is another great exercise for working on mid-back mobility. You can get a little bit of low back mobility with this exercise as well too. So I'm going to come into a quadruped position here. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes curled under. And we're just going to round up here and drop down. Pushing up through the shoulder blades and let everything drop down so you extend up through the neck. Next, we're going to move on to lacrosse ball mobility. We like the lacrosse ball because it's firm, but it's not too hard. It's a hard rubber, but it has some resiliency to it. And because of its rubber texture, it's also grippy against the wall. We find that a tennis ball or some other devices tend to slide up and down the wall a little bit too much, but this gives some good traction against the wall. And we like to do it standing up against the wall. Some people try it on the ground and they find out that it's too painful or too uncomfortable. And this is a lot more comfortable. You can regulate the amount of pressure when you're standing up against the wall. So you're just gonna lean in against the wall, take the lacrosse ball and drop it down in this area here between the spine and the shoulder blade. There's a series of muscles in through there, and you can work up and out through the top of the shoulder blade there. And we're just gonna let this drop down, and through here lean forward a little bit to let it slide down. Now it's between my spine and the shoulder blade. And I can just take a couple steps out away from the wall and just work up and down through here. Just nice and slow, keeping it comfortable. Go side to side a little bit. Try not to go over the spine or go over any bony prominences. And just up and down a little bit. If that's too much, if it's too aggressive, I can go ahead and stand up. So I'm standing closer to the wall, moving my feet in closer to the wall. If I want it to be a little bit more intense, I can walk my feet out further away from the wall and just come up and down through there. Ease up a little bit to just roll it gently to the other side of the spine. And I can just roll up and down through here. And I'm just scanning through, finding areas of tension through there. Want it to be a good sore, nothing is too intense. If I want to let it drop down a little bit lower, I can just put my hips in against the wall, lean my upper back out a little bit. The ball's gonna slide down my back a little bit without falling. And I can continue on just a little bit lower down in through there. And just do that for a few minutes, working through some tight areas of the spine. And that's how you can do mobility in your upper back with a lacrosse ball. So these are just a couple of our few favorite mobility exercises for neck and upper mid back. Go ahead and give these a try. They're a good supplement to the micro break exercises that we've done in another video. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And go ahead and give these a try. Drop a comment below. Like us, follow us, let us know what you think, and we'll see you the next time around.